Hours later,
4 o'clock, 4:30.
4:30 lah.
4:36.
30. Okay.
Longer, so
Okay.
never mind.
Yeah,
Please
never mind.
let us know if Brother Yap would like to set any break time during the session.
Okay. M3, second lesson, topic 2, Asoka. So, Asoka, after King Bimbisara and King Pasadani, who were the two earliest and greatest patrons, supporter of Buddhism. After that, we can't find real supporter. In fact, after that, after the Haryanka king, King Bimbisara, you had but Pusya Mitra suppressed, persecuted Buddhism. Then only waited for a few hundred years later, from 5th century until the 3rd century, 200 years later, we had King Asoka, another great supporter, you see, of Buddhism, 3rd century BC. So today we talk about Emperor Asoka and his contribution, especially the expansion of Buddhism. Okay, so this one, the main issue, the one you don't have to bother. This one, in fact, is meant for the diploma students. But I just took it and give it to you. But book references, important book references, primary sources, Mahavamsa, the edicts. Mahavamsa is Sri Lanka Chronicles, not 100% historical, half lah, because a lot of funny mythological story also inside there. But a lot of information regarding the early life of Emperor Asoka or King Asoka are recorded in this Mahavamsa. Of course, not 100% true, but at least give us some background information. But the real historical aspect regarding the contribution of Asoka can be found in the books that describe all the teachings, all the contents found in the Asoka's edict. And the best books is the edicts of King Asoka. Edict means a declaration, all the announcement, royal announcement from Asoka himself. He asked people to inscribe on the rock, asked people to inscribe on the pillars. You see. So now, Venerable S. Dhammika, the Australian monk who resided in Singapore, he compiled one book. I think you can find it in the computer online, with all the record, the list down all the rock edicts, pillar, and then with the translation explanation. So this is a good book, and it's enough for you to read the historical aspect of Asoka. So you combine with Mahavamsa, the book, and the book compiled by Venerable Dhammika is good enough already, you see. Then other books, you can read also the Sanskrit Avadana, Asoka Avadana, Divya Avadana, also good, the one from the Northern traditional point, because written or compiled in Sanskrit, not in Pali, whereas Mahavamsa compiled in Pali because it was compiled in Mahavihara, Sri Lanka. See. Then the Chinese source, you have Ai Wang Zhuang, translated from the Indian source, the Sanskrit source. Basically, just these few books are very good enough, or original sources. Of course, if you want to read the modern book also, there are a few modern by Cunning, by one of the, in fact, a few good books are available. But never mind. As a beginners, you just follow this slides is good enough. Unless you want to go into further details. So, okay, ask who is King Asoka or Emperor Asoka? He was the third emperor of Maurya Empire. Chinese say 孔雀王朝啦 Maurya. Began, in fact, founded by his grandfather Chandrasoka, 4th century BC. 4th century BC, because the grandfather defeated the Greek invader in the northwest India, and then he controlled, and then he defeated all those small kingdom in Magadha. Then he combined all the territory, the small kingdom, and form what we call a big empire called Maurya Empire, Chandrasoka, right from northwest India up to the eastern part, modern day Bihar, eastern Bengal, the area, northern side, not until the central India. Later you see the map now. Yeah, you see northwest India, modern day Afghanistan, eastern Afghanistan, Pakistan, until the eastern part of India, northeastern part, you can say northeastern Bengal, and then the
But Brother Yap,
southern,
you mean all the brown color, the
yes,
whole
brown
thing?
color, the whole empire.
Wow, so it's almost the whole
Very
of
big.
India
Yes,
and the
except the
northern,
southern tip, except the
the
Tamil
Goa lah.
Nadu, Chola, Sri Lanka the side. That's why they
Oh,
call empire. It's not a small Maurya
yeah,
kingdom, you see.
it's huge.
Maurya is a small kingdom, Kosala, that one small kingdom, you see. So he united all the small kingdom, all no more lah. All conquered by him, you see. The northwestern part, those days under the Iranian, under the Greek, so also defeated or conquered by him until here, until this part. So the whole area you call Maurya Empire. You see, Maurya Empire, 3rd century BC. This is during Asoka's time. Maybe grandfather's time, not so big, not because the grandfather's time started the northern India.
Well, the Maurya means what? Maurya. Meaning
孔雀 peacock.
peacock.
India, a lot of peacock.
Okay.
Peacock tribe.
Oh, peacock tribe. Okay. It's from the peacock tribe lah.
Even during Buddha's time, you know, when Buddha passed away and the remain was cremated, right or not? So Maurya tribe also came. Maurya tribe from Piprahawa, something like that. Pipi, something. You read the Mahaparidipana Sutta. They came late. They asked for,
okay.
they managed to collect some ashes, right or not? That type of group of tribe. Those days all small tribe kingdom lah. So we don't call empire during that time. Only the grandfather Asoka, Chandrasoka, united everything, defeated all the small kingdom, united the whole India, formed what we call empire. So the ruler we call emperor. You see, empire, emperor, kingdom, king. You see, there's a difference between small kingdom and a big empire. So, alamak. So his grandfather, second generation, his father, Bindisura. Then his father then come to Asoka, the third generation, the grandson. Is born 304 BCE, rule from quite some time, 268, and die in 232. about how many 30, 40 over year here. Nearly 40 year, nearly 40 year, 38, 34. Hey, but never mind, we don't around that lah. He's
36 only.
uh,
36
he
years.
was born in central India near Sanchi there, even though the father's capital was in Pataliputra. He was born because and stay with the mother in central India. Then later he was appointed as a viceroy, a governor, somewhere in central India, until the age of around 20th when the father passed away. So he had to rush back to the capital. Why? Every children, every kids, they want to be king and successor. They kill each other, just like China, in Sri Lanka, everywhere. Father kill son, son kill father in just because they want to become the top man, king. So father passed away, he rushed back, and according to Mahavamsa, he killed 99, all the brother, all lost him, or killed by him, and he became the only person, only kids to become a king. You see, that was according to Mahavamsa. Okay. But after all these things, he officially ascended the throne, held a ceremony, official king, 4 years later. So once he became the king, the ruler, he started what? Expand his territory. War, conquered here, conquered there. That's why his territories become so big, you see. So in the initial few years, expansion of the kingdom. But after the warfare in Kalinga is somewhere northeastern, slightly eastern part of India, below Bihar. That make him change his mind, because during that warfare, the battle of Kalinga, few hundred over people die, few hundred thousand, 200 over thousand, and then few 100,000 people have nowhere to stay, captured as a slave, according to Mahavamsa. He looked at the place, so many people died. He became very sad. That make him change his mind. No more all this military warfare, conquer, fighting. Then he adopted Buddha's teaching. At first, people he was so cruel. People call him King Asoka. Now become Dharma. Be very kind. No more fighting. All adopted a righteous way to rule.
Asoka means what, Brother Yang?
Karma.
Karma.
There's one evil Soka, Chanda Soka. And later
Chanda
become
Soka is Asoka the terrible. Karma
the
Soka is the
later
same lah, is it?
Glacier. Also called karma. Karma, all essential enjoyment, you see. Chanda Soka and Karma Soka. Later changes, then people call him differently, you see. The Kalinga is somewhere here. Okay. Kalinga, eastern part. So because of war of Kalinga, battle of Kalinga, that make him change his policy, and then he became a Buddhist. Initially, not a serious Buddhist, you see, just a normal namesake only. The Mahavamsa says that his nephew, called Sumana or Nigroda, preached him. Then only he got in touch with Buddha's teaching. But first few years, according to his edicts, he was just a normal, not serious. But later he became a very devoted, a very pious Buddhist. Only later, this one have been recorded in his minor rock edicts, you see. By the way, edicts, you know why? Means proclamation, official announcement. All these announcements were inscribed in wording, black and white. We don't call black and white, not paper lah, on a rock, surface of rock, and on a pillar. Later we discuss purpose of this rock edicts and pillar edicts. Never mind. All these things evident. So regarding Asoka's, two sources of information. One according to the tradition, according to Avadana, Asoka Avadana, or according to Mahavamsa. Can be historical, depends on how you verify it. And another part from the edicts, they want strictly historical, because black and white for you to see. And then not only black and white means historical, the source, the item can be verified, confirmed to be, it can be predated back to Asoka's time. That's important thing. And not a modern replica and inscribe something, then you call it historical, The thing can be dated, post-dated back-dated to that period, then we call it historical. So we say after the warfare, after Kalinga War, you notice so many people die, a few 100,000 people die, few hundred people lost their home and became slave. Then he feel remorse and he adopted a righteous, all this, a righteous way, non-violent approach to rule the country. No more warfare. Now he's known as Dhamma Soka. Dhamma Soka. No more Kama Soka, no more Chanda Soka. Now it's Dhamma Soka, righteous way to use the Dhamma to rule or to the country, to conquer victory of the people, you see. So now he changed the policy. So how he changed and what sort of contribution we see the list here, the summary. So we cannot list out everything 100, the major one. I just list down at least 3 groups. First, during his reign, when he was a king, he built, according to the Asoka Avarana, the Sanskrit text, he built 84,000 new temples, new vihara. And every vihara you might have a stupa, shrine room, you see, 84,000. But exactly 84, we don't know. It's according to the text. It says, because this 84,000 is very famous, very popular in Buddhist text, You can give another example. Anyone?
The 84,000 Dharma doors.
Yes, Nana say how many ways Buddha's teaching, how many methods, all 84,000. Enough famous, the 3, the 500, all these are very well. 500 Arahant attended the first council, 500 Arahant follow Mahakassapa, the rush back to Kusinara. All this number, never mind, it is symbolic. You see. So important thing is that Asoka built 84 or many new temples during his time. And one important thing is you can call it historical. He opened, because all the new temple you need a shrine or stupa, new stupa, and every stupa you have to put some relics inside, correct or not? So where to find so many relics? So the text say, Asoka Avarana mentioned that in order to have the relic to be enshrined in a new stupa built by him throughout the country. So he has to open the original, the 8 stupa built during Buddha's time,
Oh.
correct or not?
Correct.
Yeah. So no, so he has to take. He cannot create some relic or simply take a manga and say this is Buddha's relic put inside stupa. So the text say he has to open. He open all the out of 8 original, original, because the text say, the sutta say the Buddha's relics are original, genuine one, kept in the 8 stupa, correct or not? So he managed to open, but he never took 100% lah. This stupa he opened and then asked people to excavate, and he found a lot of relic. Maybe 90% relic he took out, but he still keep some inside, then close it. All the stupa he did the same except one. That means he managed to open excavated 7 original stupa, except one where Ramagama. Ramagama.
Yeah, Ramagama.
Still original. When
He
we
couldn't
went there,
open that
we
one.
went there, you see it's still original.
Mm.
The Buddhist text say what, why he never opened that and never excavated, dig out. He managed to excavate and dig out. But then when he wanted to take out the time, suddenly the young Brahmin approached King Asoka. Said, please don't touch this. I want to pay respect to Buddha and don't touch this. And the Brahmin was in fact a Naga disguised Brahmin. Then Asoka stopped. Never disturb Ramagama stupa. Because the Brahmin, the Naga say he want to pay respect every fortnight. Don't touch this. And if you go to Ramagama stupa, you notice in front of Ramagama there's a small pond. Right? And the Buddhist text says that the Naga staying in the pond there. So every fortnight he will transform himself into a Brahmin man, then pay respect to Buddha. After that, change back. The Naga stay in the pond there. The pond is in front of the Ramagama. You never notice, huh?
I didn't notice. I didn't notice got pond.
Yes. Unless you attended this class, then I will tell you lah. Other people won't tell.
Small one, is it, Brother Yap?
But quite not very small, quite a big one, where as
Big
you
one,
walk from outside the main road,
or maybe pass by lah.
pass by the 2 sides, pond there, quite a big, half a football, something like a basketball court, the size, somewhere near there. Then you pass by, then you walk to the Ramagama gate, to somewhere. The Brahmin stay there. No, the Naga still there. Every fortnight, moonlight, then he transform, change into a Brahmin, then the second ambulance. It's according to the text. There's a story of this. So, okay, first contribution, build 84,000 new temples and stupa. And the relics are collected from all the original, not all, 7 of the 8 original stupa. Okay. Then second contribution, erection of pillars and rocks with inscription. Because during his time, he followed the teaching of Buddha, Pali Nibbana, say, during your lifetime, you try to visit all the holy places, right now in the Pali Nibbana, at least 4 places. So Asoka, more than 4 places he went. Saranak he went, Deuri he went, even up to Gandhara, northwest India, and the present-day Pakistan. There also all the holy places. That everywhere he went, he will mark as a souvenir or a remembrance. He asked people erect the pillar, Asoka pillar, then inscribe the wording, the teaching there. Then sometimes he will ask people to polish a rock surface, ask people to inscribe the wording. All these wording are the teaching, not the doctrinal teaching of Buddha, but rather the morality, gratitude, the behavior of people. Asoka called Dharma, but it also can be called Dharma, but not doctrinal teachings. So, second contribution. This rock edicts and Asoka pillar have been discovered and preserved till today. 30 over rock edicts and pillars. If you go to India, even in the Bodh Gaya, you can see one, right or not? Delhi also you can see one. Sanak you can see a
Yeah.
broken one. Sankasya you can
Vaisali.
see one. Yeah, near Pawa you can see a very complete one. Lauria, you can see a very complete one. All these are examples, you see. So the purpose of erecting or building all these pillar and then ask people to inscribe the wordings is to introduce, to teach people what Buddha has taught.
But brother, yeah, in total there's only 33.
30 so far
30 plus.
discover. We
Discover lah.
cannot
So
confirm.
they may be more, is it? Oh.
We say 33 doesn't mean Asoka built or constructed. So far discovered, could be more. We don't know. You see.
Okay.
At least 30 have been discovered so far. That's a proper way to express it. You see. So, third thing, encourage pilgrimage. Follow the teaching of Buddha in the Parinibbana Sutta. Right? So, all these evidences you can find in the rock edicts. In fact, the Bodh Gaya, the railing, something like wall, part of it, the originally built by Asoka's time. Of course, a lot of later addition, but the first phase, Asoka's time, you see.
You mean the Mahabodhi temple?
Yes, the railing there.
The railing.
Original part. Subsequently fell down or destroyed, and people added again, but originally started by him, certain part, you see. And the Sanchi Stupa, the big, beautiful stupa, the foundation, the first phase also started by Asoka. So a lot of examples. And the story says that because Asoka, venerable, we don't say worship, pay respect to the Bodhi tree so much, that the wife got jealous, not stated here. The wife privately asked people to chop off the Bodhi tree. That was the first phase. The present Bodhi tree is not the first generation, fourth or fifth generation.
You mean at the Bodh Gaya, the Bodhi tree?
It's not the original. The first record, according to Buddhist text, have been chopped off by Asoka's wife because the wife is jealous. He always go there pay respect to Bodhi.
I thought it's because the Bodhi tree died
That one
some other reason.
time.
That one is the third one.
Third or fourth. That's why I say it's not the first, second or third. That's the first generation. After that, planted again. Then the King Pushyamitra asked people to chop again after Buddha's time, after King Bimbisara. Then Asoka's time also chop again. So they, later until the 18th century, during this British archaeologists at the time, planted, and at that time the tree was very old. Thunderstorm, it fell down again, correct or not? Then they planted again. In fact, it's a fourth or something like that, fourth generation or something like fourth or fifth lah. But still from the original sapling lah. It's not from elsewhere lah, you know. The Bodhi tree in Jetavana from the Bodhgaya lah. That one you know lah, in the Ananda Bodhi tree.
Yeah.
Then Sri Lanka, that one is older. You can say from the first generation lah. From the first or second generation, because Sri Lanka, the Bodhi tree, the sapling brought by Sanghamitta from Bodhgaya,
Kaya.
Asoka's time. So Asoka's time already second or third generation already. You see, but Sri Lanka that time continues, never destroyed until today. Whereas Bodhgaya's, the present one, only few hundred years old, correct or not?
Yeah.
Because from the one who fell down after the thunderstorm, correct or not? So technically speaking, the Sri Lanka, the one is older than the Bodhgaya's one today, even though they belong the same lineage, same tree, all from the same parent. Okay,
It's the oldest Bodhi tree in the world.
yeah, understand. Some say, but according to tradition, Ananda Bodhi tree in Jetavana even longer.
Oh, is it?
The story of Ananda Bodhi tree in Jetavana, you know or not? There's another story. Because during Buddha's time, a lot of, Buddha never say permanently stay in the Jetavana Kuti. Sometimes he had to travel, wander elsewhere, keep Dharma talk, go to another town for 1 month, 2 months, then come back. Correct or not? So a lot of devotees came here, they want to talk to Buddha, want to see Buddha, couldn't find. They brought some souvenir, don't know where to pray, how to give. Ananda was there. Later Ananda to donate to you, how to treat them. Buddha say, if you advise Ananda, you plant a Bodhi tree, symbolize the present. Not only the stupa. Stupa is after Buddha passed away, the relic only symbolizes the present. But during Buddha's time, he never say build a stupa and a relic to symbolize the presence of Buddha, correct or not? Bodhi tree was the first symbol. That's why you see a lot of this Buddhist painting before the Greek sculpture, the Buddha's image in human form. They use throne, Bodhi trees to symbolize, stupa symbolize the presence of Buddha, correct or not? That's the history of Buddhist art now. Later we talk. So Ananda's advice, Buddha advised Ananda, say, plant a Bodhi tree. So when I'm away, people look at Bodhi tree, this and that. They symbolize the presence of Buddha. So Buddha asked, to Ananda asked who? Anatta Pindika to go to Bodhgaya, collect the seed back to Jetavana. Then lay people dig, because the monk cannot do all this digging work. So they planted the seed. Then there were it grows up and become the Ananda Bodhi tree in Jetavana. There was a story that according to tradition, that Bodhi tree in Jetavana should be older than the one in Sri Lanka, according to tradition.
Radhapura.
Anandapura, because that one is dated Buddha's time. Where Anandapura, Sri Lanka is after that Asoka's time. Why not? Few hundred years older. That's according to tradition, Buddhist text. So there's a difference.
That's according to tradition. So actually, so which do we follow? Which one is the oldest?
Now people
Older.
recognize the Sri Lanka one
The
because
Sri Lanka lah, because never.
because he called it Mahavamsa.
Mm,
Mahavamsa is more historical than the other Buddhist text without all the supporting evidences, you see. There's
oh,
a Buddhist text, there's a Buddhist
Mm.
story, there's a commentary text.
the one is based on commentarial text.
Yes. We call normal Buddhist text. It's not modern, it's quite old. I don't know how old is it now, you see.
Mm,
So people trust Mahavamsa more lah. Describe a lot of, mention a lot of Sri Lanka king that can be verified, you see. So part of it historical, part of it, even though part of it is non-historical, you see. So Sangamita, that one is historical because Mahinda went to Sri Lanka, everyone knows.
Yeah.
So Sangamita brought the sapling to Sri Lanka, also considered historical, you see. So the people took it as a historical, Sri Lanka, the Bodhi tree as historical, rather than the Ananda Bodhi tree in Jetawana. So you have seen the Jetawana, the Ananda Bodhi tree, correct or not?
Yeah.
So two also old. So whether you see,
But I think the Anuradhapura one, that one is bigger. It's like very old. It looks very, very
very
old.
old, yes.
Have to be, the branches all have to be propped up.
Even
The
Jetawana also supported by the
also, yeah, also lah.
by the what the stick or iron bar or something
The
like that.
scaffolding.
Two also very old. So okay, we come to the fourth one. So the third one, pilgrimage. Okay, he encouraged people to go for pilgrimage. You see. So fourth, he convened the third council, the one we have covered already. Right now, he purified the Sangha before the commencement of the meeting, correct or not? We talk about he and Moggallana Tissa.
They expel 60,000
expel all those
heretics.
Yeah. Ask one question. What's the teaching of Buddha?
Oh.
You can't answer.
Oh.
What's the teaching of Buddha? Can you recall?
Um,
Vibhajavada. Buddha belongs to Vibhajavada school. You see. They differentiate between three periods. You see, the real Dharma, whether this exists or that exists. The one we discussed already. So fourth one, okay. Third, and the fourth one and the seventh one are related, you see. So after the third council, Asoka dispatched Buddhist mission, 9 mission to all the places inside, outside, the places that he knows, to see, most important thing, to Sri Lanka. This piece of information, not from the edicts, from Mahavamsa. Important thing. 9 mission, the story of 9 mission recorded in Mahavamsa, not from the royal edict. Okay. Even though the edict mentioned Asoka sent all the Dharma officer every 5 months, every 5 years, correct? Not went around the country to spread the Dharma. And this officer went as far as to the Middle East to Greek, to Northern Africa to spread the Dharma. That one is before the third council. That part have been recorded, engraved onto the pillar or on the stone surface. But this 9 mission is after the third council. You have to differentiate before third council and after third council. After third council, he sent 9 mission. The piece of information appear in the Mahavamsa. Okay. So other contribution, like he built a lot of new road for people to travel along the road. He asked people to dig the well so that the traveler can rest, can can drink some water to drink. And along the road, planted a lot of those herbs, medicine trees, herbs, all this, and he collected all these herbs, medicated plant, and sent it to all the country in the South India. You see, that also a contribution. And then he discouraged people to eat too much meat. So he instructed his kitchen people, the chef, the cook, instead of so many peacocks meat to kill, he said limited to 3, I think. 3. One day only 3 peacocks.
You mean for the palace,
Yes, yes.
Slaughter 3 peacocks for the palace consumption.
Peacock, so many thousand
Or
people.
they eat peacocks during that
Only
time.
he eat lah, the rest cannot lah, I think.
Mm.
So this rock edicts, just how I say, he planted the herbs, all this, he sent to those countries. He mentioned the name of the country in the South India, Chola, Pandya, like Kerala, all this southern, now become southern, one of the province in southern India. Chola, all these all became province, South India. Tamrapani, Sri Lanka, those say they call Tamrapani, you see. So all is officially named in the edicts, you see, rock edicts too. He built roads, he dug wells, planting fruit trees, all this contribution. So important thing, the list, you can just imagine a build temple, encourage pilgrimage, left behind all the edicts, pillars, planting, discourage slaughtering, Buddhist pilgrimage. Important thing is the pilgrimage. Sorry, Buddhist mission, third council, important. You see. So if you, I don't know whether you went to museum or not, New Delhi, in front of the National Museum of New Delhi, there's a big rock. In fact, this one reconstructed. They just put a big rock and then they collected some of the rock edicts, They cut it, and then they cemented on the surface of the rock to show people. All these, so many pieces, one piece, collected from various parts India. Then they cemented on it, like gum on it, so just to tell people, But there's one original outskirt, South Delhi, the one we went there. I don't know whether you went there. So in Delhi itself, South Delhi, there's one rock edicts, and then there's one pillar, also South Delhi. And then in Delhi, you can see all these Buddhist sites, mainly this museum itself, rock edicts, the original, you can see, southern part. You can see one pillar, 3 things you can see in New Delhi. Not only the sightseeing, we go to Delhi, we don't go sightseeing one. We identify all these few places. In Lumbini, you can see the pillar just in front, at the side of the Queen Maya temple, correct or not? Then you can see the inscription very clearly, you see. This inscription, the language, you can say the wording, first disciple, that means interpreted by the British officer, James Prinsep. That was about 100 years ago. So he managed to disciple, interpret, and the meaning is something like that. The meaning is that Asoka visited this place, which was the birthplace of Buddha. And then because it is a holy place, he gave exemption to the farmer, free of tax for how many years, something like that. You see, it mentioned that the village of Lumbini, birthplace, exempted from the Bali, one form of tax, and was to pay only small sum to the central government. And this is the meaning of all this wording. Okay. Disciple interpreted by James Prinsep, a British officer. So the location of these pillars just indicate the birthplace in Lumbini and not the exact spot where Buddha was born, Important. According to tradition, there's one spot inside the Queen Maya's temple. You can see a marker stone, correct or not? Have you seen the marker stone on the
Yeah, inside the temple. Yes.
not on the one hanging on
Huh?
the top, that one is just a picture only. On the floor, they put a piece
Yeah.
of stone covered by bulletproof glass,
Mm. Yeah.
That's according tradition,
Mm.
was the exact spot like that. I think
Mm.
according to the people,
Mm.
either during Asoka's time or during Gupta period, because the ruins of temple was built mainly during Gupta's period. You see, I got a video here. I didn't show you because when we visited the place in 2008, that's 17 years ago, we were allowed to use handphone to take photo, video, but now cannot. You see,
Oh, yeah.
now cannot. So I managed to videotape the inside the
Mm.
spots, everything. You see, but I didn't show here lah. So this the contribution of Asoka. Now we come to talk about the Asoka's edicts. So just now I say the Asoka's constructed 30 over, I left behind 30 over edicts in the form of rock edict or pillar edict, and with the inscription wording inside teaching. Though the inscription not in modern languages, English or Hindi, ancient 2000 over years ago, the old languages bracket. So modern people manage to interpret or to what we call decipher it. They say the first British James Prinsep, British colonial administrator, first person is decipher Asoka's edicts. Then the edicts talks about the moral duty, like gratitude, respect for parents, gratitude, moralities, to be good, something like that. And never talks about the doctrine, Four Noble Truths, all this, or layman's behavior, morality, that's all. So as it says, whenever he went, he left behind either rock edicts or pillar edicts. So all this location discovered so far. The square is the rock edicts. The triangle, this thing keep coming out. I don't know why. Triangle is the pillar edicts. So the best edicts are most complete is somewhere near Pawa. Laulia Araraj, most complete one. Or Laulia Nandagam. This November, our KCBA going there, I told them to visit this one, but I don't think they have time. It's close to Pawa. If you go from Wisely to Pawa, you will pass by this. To Kusinara, you will pass by this. This is the most the most beautiful one and the complete one somewhere here. The rest we quite scattered lah. Some in Pakistan, some in Kandahar, southern Afghanistan. So all these are quite difficult to go lah. The most common one we can see Sanak or Delhi, Bodh Sankasya. Sankasya you can see one, and Wisely, that one quite complete, you see. This few only. Lumbini, yes, only this part. The rest is hard for you to see. What are the rock edicts that available for us to see? There are 30 over inscription. We are not so worried about how many rock edicts, what type of major. What we want to know is the content. So we are going to to study the important content, the teaching as inscribed onto the rock, onto the pillar. That's a important thing we want to study, you see. We are not so interested how many rock, where is it, this and that, for our purpose, you see. So rock edict, as I told you, inscribe those wording, teaching of Buddha or his Asoka's advisors, can be Asoka's personal advisors on rock. All these rock are mainly located near the main road, so that people pass by, you can see, can read, you see. This thing. So the rock edicts are different parts. Those pillars and rocks in different areas, different part India, they have different teaching, different characters, different scripts. In mainland India, they use Brahmi script. They use different brackets like the Mahavamsa, the Magadhis, because India during those different area or different dialect, what correct or not? So in Northwest India, they don't use Brahmi script. They use Kharosti, Gandhara. As I told you, in Gandhara region of modern Pakistan, Northwest India, they use dialect called Gandhari, and not Magadhi, not Padi, Gandhari. And the wording, the script, they don't use Brahmi, they use Kharosti script. Kharosti is the type of script, the way of writing we call script, starting from the right to left. Yes, the Arabic, yes, the ancient Chinese, right to left. Of course, modern Chinese, left to right, Western from left to right, from top to bottom, you know. Kharosti from right to left. Western part, those days, as I told you, quite a lot of areas under Greeks' control. So the pillars, the rock edicts, also written in Greek, Aramaic script, Greek script, Kharosti script. So languages can be Gandhari, can be Greek, can be Persian dialect, few type mix. There was one rock edict, a mixture of 3 or 4 languages. So never mind, we don't talk so much about this, the nature of these edicts. We concern more with the teaching inside there. So this one is just a brief information. Prague languages, all these Kharosti, Afghan, all this okay. Aramaic script or Greek script or language, all this we don't care. So we only want to know the inscription about the Dharma. So all these edicts, Asoka talk about the Dharma, gratitude, social responsibility, morality, not so much on doctrine of Buddha, karma, four noble truths, no. Only layman's behavior. That's all. See? Universal law, social order, righteousness. So Asoka's Dharma, according to Asoka, talk about mainly non-violence, ahimsa, mutual respect, number one. Talk about the state's concern, welfare of the people. Talk about compassion, charity, number three. Truthfulness. All these are morality for the layman to study, to behave. Gentleness. Talk about respect. Consideration. Talk about obedience to parents. Talk about generosity. Talk about ahimsa. Don't destroy life. So all these things is have been recorded on in the Asoka's edict. Whether it's rock edicts or pillar edicts. So you see, nothing about the doctrinal teaching, you see, or behavior, layman's behaviors, you see, to be generous, to be compassionate, not to be crude, to respect parents, all this so-called Asoka's Dharma. Then another important edicts, rock edicts, 13. This one very important. That mentioned that during Asoka's reign, it's before the third council, Third council is towards the end of Asoka's life, This one before the third council, he already sent an officer to preach Dharma to various parts outside India. Those kingdom, Egypt, as I told you, Macedonia, Greek, Northern Africa, Syria, all these places they said the Buddhism already spread to that area during Asoka's time, all due to Asoka's effort. And it happened before the third council. You see, the next slide I show you the details of this country. So he sent to all these few countries. You see, Rock Edict 13 made in 261 BCE after the Kalinga War. He sent Dharma officer, the officer they call Dharma Mahamatra, officer of righteousness, to various regions ruled by the Greek kings. See the example, Syria. That time the king was called Antiochus. Then he sent to Egypt. That time the Greek king was, because the Greek controlled the whole Middle East. That time Roman Empire, of Greek Empire, Alexander the Great, the time the period. So those period are not Muslim yet, So most of the rulers were Greek. Syria, Egypt, Macedonia. Macedonia, is part of the northern Greek, modern day Greek, Macedonia, where Alexander the Great came from, Macedonia. Then Libya, Northern Africa, Makkah, then Northern Greek, Northwestern Greek, all this Greek kingdom ruled by the Greek kings during Asoka's time, 3rd century BCE. Asoka already sent an officer to spread Dharma to those people. That's before the 9th mission, before the 3rd council. He already sent an officer there already. The Buddhist, but he never mentioned the kingdom. The king accepted the Dharma teaching or not. He never said. Only says that he sent the officer to preach them Buddha's teaching. That's all. See. So you can only say that before or during Asoka's time, before the third council, Buddhism already spread there. But whether rooted there or not, we don't know. Already spread to that as far as to Southern Europe, as far as to Northern Africa, Egypt, Libya, Middle East. There was Asoka's contribution. Okay. So not only the 9 mission to Sri Lanka, to South Burma, further than that, that was before the third council. Okay. Maybe very few people emphasize this. We just emphasize this. And then there was a very important edict that very few people emphasize. I just bring it. It's very important because Asoka's minor rock edict number 3, discovered somewhere near Calcutta. You see, this edict mentioned 7 important Buddhist texts. 7 important Buddhist texts. The details are here. Because the edict says that edict says what? The edicts discovered in Calcutta says that Asoka recommended lay people to study these 7 Buddhist texts. Recommend people to study this. Number 1, Vinaya Samukasa. Number 2, Alya Vasana. Even the Chinese now they have traced out the contemporary, equivalent, the Chinese text also existed in the Chinese Buddhist text. Not only in Pali, Theravada Buddhist text, you can find all these 7 texts. In Chinese translation, that belongs to non-Theravada text. Nowadays in Chinese, 4 agama, as I told you, are not non-Theravada. Some belongs to Dhammaguttaka, some Mahasanghika, some Sarvastivada, some Muda Sarvastivada. Quite a lot, 4 agama, all belong to different Buddhist school. That also, the 4 and the 7 texts mentioned by Asoka also can be found in the Chinese translation. You see, that shows that one thing, you know the effect. Second thing, you must know the historical significance. What is the historical significance of this edicts? What's the significance? This edict mentions 7 texts recommended by Asoka for lay people to study. Why? Why this information important? Because first thing, Asoka's time and Buddha's Parinibbana is very close, The latest theory says around 120 years. Very close to Buddha's time. And Asoka can mention these 7 texts saying that these were Buddha's teaching. It shows that whatever we study, and what we study today, our Tipitaka we study today, all brought by Mahinda, compiled during Asoka's time, correct or not? Right or not? That one I told you. That means that we can trace back, we study what we read today, trace back to Asoka's time, close to Asoka's time. Asoka's time is close to Buddha's time. That means what we study today is genuinely those belongs to Buddha's, the teaching during Buddha's time, and not something written out of nowhere lah. At least can prove the genuine, the authenticity of our teaching, our book today. You will link up this way lah. It strengthen the evidence. Correct or not? Yeah, you get the significance of this edict. It's a strong evidence proof that whatever we read today, the Tipitaka, the Sutta Pitaka or Vinaya. Here you never mention Abhidhamma. Only Vinaya, certain Vinaya, and the rest all Sutta. That means the Sutta and Vinaya rules we read today link back to Asoka's time, Asoka's time is close to Buddha's time. And then what we read, it should be very close to Buddha's teaching. You work out this way lah. Why not? Mathematical logic. You know? You trace it. That means you get the significant. You only not only say, oh, Asoka edict talk about this thing. You must think of the spirit, the teaching, the significance behind it. It strengthens the evidence of whether what we read today is genuine or not, or close to Buddha's word or not. You know, if you don't take the Sri Lanka, the long chronology I told you, the one is 6th century BC. There's old theory. The latest theory is very close. Short chronology, I told you, short chronology is about 120 years between Buddha's Parinibbana, that means the first council meeting, and Asoka. It's very close. It's just like your grandfather's time and your time lah. That means whatever your grandfather say to you is still genuine, still correct or not.
Yeah.
Still can be trusted. That means you use the same logic. Asoka's time and the Buddha's 500 monks council meeting, the teaching must be quite close, you see.
Yeah.
So
But
what?
yeah, the edicts, the suttas mentioned here is reproduced in whole, is it? Like the Sutta Vibhanga, the whole sutta.
Not the whole sutta. Mention this text. You should go and
Oh, it's not
study.
the whole sutta lah.
Then the modern scholar, based on the title of this, trace to our text. Oh, this few texts actually still exist in our modern text. What it says, not only in Pali Theravada's canon, also in the Chinese canon. So double check, you know. That means further strengthen your belief, you know, because Chinese, the canon of other Buddhist schools spread to China 2,000 years ago, independent of Mahinda, who spread or introduced the Theravada teaching to Sri Lanka, totally independent. There's no connection, right or not? And if you want to use this logic to compare, if 2,000 years, Asoka's time is 300 years different from the monk who went to China, 400 years, and yet you can trace their similarity. Based on this logic, it means whatever teachings, whether you go here or go there, whether you preach now, 400 years later, and they can still can be compared, can trace together and confirmed to be the same, or at least 60%, 70%. That means the teachings more or less existed, genuine. I mean, if you base on the theory of evidence, there should be reliability of the evidence. We call it reliability of the evidence. That means then you bring back the present volume of Sutta and the Vinaya. That means the liability is there, you know. Genuine authenticity is there. It's not out of nowhere the created one, you know. You have the proper support. Trace back to Buddha's time, you see. That's what we can learn from the edicts of Asoka that the archaeologists discover in Calcutta. Rock Edict 3, important, the significance is there. So all these are, first one, Vinaya Samukkaya. This one you can find in the Sutta Vibhanga, Vinaya Sutta Vibhanga, the commentary exposed to the discipline. Then you talk about, but the one you are, this one I came across, but I never study in detail. The Moniya Sutta, Anguttara Nikaya, I came across a few years ago. Talk about the discourse on the idea of the sages. Talk about cultivation of wisdom, purity. This one you can refer to it, whether what the sutta talks about this, you can refer to it. Because I quote down all this, the scholar in fact has traced out Munigata, trace out to Sutta Nipata 1.12. Sutta Nipata, you have a copy in it. Bhikkhu Bodhi.
Yeah, I have.
Moni Disa Ankutara, you can trace out and see. Upatisa, Pasina Upatisa is the original name of Sariputta in it. Yeah, Sariputta's name. Then this one is popular lah. Rahula Wada MM61. Buddha's preach to his son Rahula about righteousness, about the teaching, you see. Admonition to Rahula on truthfulness and mindfulness. All these sutta have been confirmed by the scholar that Asoka's edict, what Asoka talk about Buddha's Dharma teaching, the text that he recommend is genuinely existed during Buddha's time. That's what we are trying to say. You see. This text emphasize the ethic. You see, right? Talk about truthfulness, all these things, the wisdom, purity, all talk about all these things. Buddhist value development. If you have time, you go into details. We don't discuss in detail each and every one. Just to point out to you the contribution of Asoka and the important edicts of the Asoka. So other contribution, sending mission, the one we discussed already, 9 mission after the third council, the one this one we talk, we don't repeat this in it. This one we discuss or not, Juliana? No.
We haven't discussed this.
Oh, yeah. That time we only stop at the point, or after third council, Asoka sent 9 mission.
Yes.
The 9 mission up to there. Now we continue. Which are the 9 mission? So 9 mission to various parts, not only within India, outside India. So Northwest India, West India, you look at the map, West India to Himalaya, to South India, to Sri Lanka, to South Burma or Thailand. This one Asoka's edict, not Asoka, sorry, it's Mahavamsa. He never say South Burma or Thailand. He used the term Suvarna Bhumi. So Burmese people claim, Suvarna Bhumi in South Burma. I know they always say Asoka sent to South Burma. Then Thailand will say in the South Thailand, you see. So the late Bante Dhammaninda, you know, Bante Dhammaninda?
Don't know.
Juliana, you know, Brickfield. Very, a big size.
Yeah.
Passed away already.
Yes.
His
Passed away
theory.
already one, isn't it?
His PhD theory
Mm.
about Asoka's mission to
Mm.
Suvarna Bhumi.
Mm.
His theory, he say, including Peninsular Malaya. Not only this. And one professor, Peter Skilling, from this Chulalongkorn University, he came out with his one book that I have in my computer, including, in fact, in the whole place, Southeast Asia, Nanhai. Suvarna means gold. Suvarna Bhumi, land of gold. Bhumi, land of gold. So land of the whole area, including Malay Peninsula, produce a lot of gold mine also, Raut gold mine, you see. So the whole area should be Suvarna Bhumi, and not only the South Burma. as claimed by the Burmese. So after the third council, Asoka sent 9 missions to preach, to propagate, to spread Buddha's teaching, according to Sri Lanka's Mahavamsa. So these 9 missions are the details. 9. You cannot remember all the 9 missions. I told those MBE students, you pick the important few enough already. 1, Sri Lanka, everyone knows. Number 9, Mahinda and a few Tera. The whole group consists of 5 Tera, 1 Samanera, 1 lay people, 7 people. 5 people, 5 Tera because they have to ordain new monk in a new place, correct or not? So this in the mission headed by Mahinda to Sri Lanka. Those days, as I told you, they don't call Sri Lanka. They call Tambapaniya Dipa Island. Tambapani Lipa. Tambapani, Sri Lanka old name. Tambapani Lipa. 5 months. Then if possible, Northwest India, Madantika, Kashmir, Gandhara, Madantika, went to Kashmir. Everyone knows Buddhism spread to South Burma, this one, Thailand. Then you remember Sonaka and Uttara to Suwana Bhumi. Number 8, you remember 3. Give example of 3 is good enough. 1 Sri Lanka group to South Burma, Suwana, they don't call, now they never use the term South Burma or Thailand. Suwana Bhumi. You remember Suwana Bhumi lah. Then the Maramtika lah, the Kashmir Gandhara. The rest, all the detailed name, all I found out from somewhere, from a book, and just give you, that's all. The 9 mission, 9 group of monks. Here with all the details, who are those Tera. I never copy down, except important one, Sri Lanka. I have to copy down all the 5 Teras name. Okay. Destination all here. Okay. And according to Samantha Pasalika commentary give you more details, Not only who went where. They also say what sutta preached by them and how many monks were converted. How many monks converted, this and that, also mentioned in the commentary, not in the Mahavamsa. Mahavamsa only say that, 9 mission, 1 led so and so to Sri Lanka, 1 led by so and so to South Suwana Bhumi, another group led so and so to Northwest India, another group to West India, another group to Himalaya slope, this and that. That's all. Only commentary compiled by Buddhaghosa few hundred years later. Add in a lot. Don't know information came from where also. Don't know. Nobody knows. No evidence. Even in they make a mistake. Sariputta passed away before Buddha. Also they didn't know. Right. In the first council, the commentator say that Sariputta was given a task to memorize Samyutta Nikaya or Majjhima Nikaya, something like that. Some don't know who asked me, it reminded me. He says Sariputta passed away before Buddha was. So after Buddha passed away, the first council, how can he was given a task? I say this commentator, those days never study his Buddhist history. That's why they talk about this, talk about that. without verification. You see. So here the another example is that talk about 9 mission. Earlier on, the Mahavamsa says the places, mention the places, but commentary mention the sutta. They went to, if you can't remember all the sutta, never mind, you remember important lah. They went to Sri Lanka, all what we know today lah. All the Vinaya, the 5 Nikaya, 7 Abhidhamma, that's all. But true or not, we don't know. This commentary says that's why we have all the 5 Nikaya, Vinaya, all came from Sri Lanka. You see. So the 15th book in the Khuddaka Nikaya, also mentioned by the commentary. Why Khuddaka Nikaya mentioned 15 books? Who say that? Not Buddha say that, Buddha never say that. It's Buddha Gosa, the commentator, who compiled the books 800 years after Buddha passed away. He mentioned 15 texts in the Khuddaka Nikaya. That's why now we follow the tradition. Khuddaka Nikaya consists of 15 books. But Burmese, even smarter, 1956, they added in another 3 more texts. Mirinda Panya. So their tradition, they have Khuddaka Nikaya, instead of 15, they have 18. Mirinda Panya, Neti Pakarana, all these things. What else? No more. 4 o'clock, 2:30, 1.5, half an hour to.
Wow, today quite fast.
Because a lot of these things online, we cannot talk in detail one by one. Kabut. For you to refer only what sutta, we don't know the details. If in the first place we don't know true or not lah, only mentioned by the.
I don't think it's true. I mean, like Brother Yap, like you say, that is from the commentary.
Commentary only mention this for you to believe lah.
Yeah.
They also make mistake lah. Just like the Mahaparinibbana Sutta, they mention one mistake, the Sariputta also follow Buddha's group, until Pataliputra, until the certain place. You read and see. After that, he never follow or disappear, name not in the group, but in the early stage, mentions Sariputra. But people pick up this. But so far, no student answer me. Why in the Mahaparinibbana Sutta, that time Sariputta already passed away. How come you still follow Buddha? The one who compiled the Sutta, the one not 100% Buddha's word, understood. Because Mahaparinibbana Sutta also talk about cremation, this and that. How can it pass directly from Buddha's mouth? Certain part must be some monks who follow Buddha's last journey, right from beginning to the end, until the cremation. He start narrating for people to record down, That's a genuine theory. So he forgot that Sariputta passed away long ago. Okay, he also follow. You go back and read. Before they reach Pataliputra, those they call Pataligama. Sariputta asked Buddha about one question. That's what you go and read. About the mirror of what the Pali term for what? The mirror of the Dharma or something like that. He raised a question. By the time, by right, Sariputta passed away already, but still appeared there. Don't know why. Second incident, the first council, after first council, the commentator say Sariputta was given a task to memorize something, right or not? There's one also commentary. commentator make mistake lah, here and there lah. Yes,
So Brother Yap, so then that's all about King Asoka, is it?
yes, yes.
Mm.
Only we don't talk never describe so much about his personal life history.
Mm.
We only highlight the contribution. Contribution only we highlight the one supported by the rock edicts
Mm.
or pillar edicts. And of course, those third council, the one we discussed so before. So here we never talk about third council. Otherwise, it can be up to 4 o'clock. But that's why we cut down the third council. We discussed 9 Buddhist mission. Just list down for you to see. No need to see, oh, this one went, see, because the last one, Sri Lanka, Mahinda, we are going to talk separately in different chapter, how Buddhism spread to Sri Lanka. The one will be more detailed. Instead of telling you in detail here, later talk again, you see. We just mentioned the mission, the one of mission led by Mahinda, that's all.
Brother Yap, so
Yeah.
there's nothing much about his personal life. King
Personal
Asoka.
life, all based, all you can find in the Mahavamsa.
Mm.
Not so much about his personal
Was
life.
he
More
a
important thing is
Sotapanna?
We
don't know. Ah.
that one we don't know.
Don't know,
So more important things the contribution,
Mm.
especially as recorded in the edicts.
Okay.
Spread of Buddhism is more
Mm.
important. Counsel and spread rather than discourage the slaughtering of peacock or digging well, build road. That one not so much. Then building 84,000 temples. That one briefly we talk about it lah. The rest are not so important. Where he understood lah. Oh, I build road, I build this, planted the fruit tree, planted the what herbs plant give to people. That one very common lah. What else, Juliana? You want to ask? Buddhist mission, Sri Lanka. We talk later in more details lah. Sri Lanka lah. Then the mission Burma one, that one also talk later. You see. Then the rest only listing. Give you a listing for you to see. You see lah. The important is the 7th, the edicts that mention the 7 texts. The historical significance is there lah. Anything else?
Brother Yap, can you explain? So there's a major rock edicts, minor rock edicts, right?
Whether which one minor or
So
major.
I mean, like, what's the difference? The major.
That one, that's why, as I say, I am not so worried about the classification rock. I'm only emphasize the teaching of
So, but then, I
the
mean,
edict.
the historians classified it, is it?
Yes, yes.
Oh.
Unless you want to know the academic side of it, then okay, we study further which edicts are inscribed in Kharoshthi, which pillar in Brahmins script, which one talk about it. The details you can find in Dhammika's book.
I mean, I just want to know because like a classification, so I just want to
That one,
understand
the scholar,
what is minor, what is major.
Scholars classification.
The scholars
The modern,
classified it.
the archaeologists,
Okay,
they
okay.
discover all these things. They try to, this a
okay.
major rock, this a minor rock, this a
okay.
big pillar, this a small pillar. But you just concentrate how many rock edicts, how many pillar edicts, which one more important. That's okay. When you want to find more detail, maybe you have read separately.
Okay.
In fact, I skip all these. earlier part of his reign, his edict inscribed in rock surface. Later part only the pillar, you see, referred to as a major and minor rock. That one earlier part of his life lah. His edicts were inscribed on the convenient place distributed in the public settlement. These were referred to as a major and minor rock edicts. In the later part, inscription well-polished pillar. That means the later part of his life, he emphasized more on the pillar edicts. Pillars in a monolithic, monolithic,
Yeah.
yes, big
Mm.
piece of rock they cut
Yeah, the
all
rock
become a
structure.
pillar itself, and not
Mm.
combined together one, just whole piece monolithic, and polish it sandstone. Then they ask people inscribe. Of course, we don't go into detail. The Sanak one with the 4 faces of a lion capital, and then in Wisely on the top you had horse or capital.
Lion.
Lion capital. Sanak also lion, but Wisely only 1 lion, correct or not?
One
And
lion,
then
yes.
in Sankasya, I think also you can find quite a nice one. That one you go into detail of the edicts already, which I don't discuss here.
Okay. So
Here,
you discuss that later lah. Like why there are four lions, why there's only one.
that one, to me, we want to know
Not significant.
teaching, his significant,
Okay.
the edicts. Unless you want to know everything about Asoka, the historical part, there's different thing. If you want to talk about the contribution to the Dharma, there's different emphasis.
Okay. Well, but yeah, the Venerable Mahinda, he was an Arahant, right?
I'm not very sure. So many people claim.
Yeah,
Those olden one, we don't. Even modern people also claim
So
Arahant.
just want to know which text say that. Is it from the Mahavamsa?
Sri Lanka, that one must be Sri Lanka people.
The Sri Lanka Chronicles.
Sri Lanka people.
Then the Venerable Sanghamita also supposed to be an Arahant, right?
Supposed to be lah.
Supposed to be
Because I
okay.
also don't know. I'm not Arahant, not even a
No,
Sotapan.
because the Venerable Mahinda, he appeared on the landing, isn't it? He appeared
Not
with the
only
group.
him. The text say the 5.
The whole
You
group.
know, the story
The
was
7
that
people.
the 5 Tera, they could fly in the air.
Okay.
Except
They
2.
flew in, except 2.
Except Samanera, of course, cannot fly lah. Not there. 5 Tera, they got psychic power, flew in the air. So the other 2 are 1 Samanera and 1 lay people. No choice, had to grab the leg there. That's what the story I read.
That they flew in. I see. I
Not
thought
walking,
they
history.
appeared. I thought they appeared. What is that
Appear
word?
out of nowhere. No.
Appear out of nowhere.
No,
No
text
lah,
say
they
they
flew
flew
in,
in the
is
air
it?
and landed there. They say they landed there, the text say.
Yeah,
And,
that's why I call it the Mahinda's landing.
landing. You see, our professor,
Landing
his
point.
one, he say they walk because they after the meeting in the Pataliputra, third council. Then he memorized the teaching. He went back to his hometown with the mother's place, Sanchi, near there, and spent few months there. Whether I never say here.
No, it's not
I
mentioned.
mentioned don't know where. Spent few months there. Few months with the mother, with the relative. Few months in Sanchi. There only they walk, because Sanchi is the central part. They walk towards the Bombay, the coastal area. Because those say western area, Bombay is well developed because they have the trading with the Middle East. Right or not? Bombay, you remember the map? India, Bombay, western coast. Western, a lot of seaport. They got trading with the Middle East, Roman Empire, Arab country, Gulf country, all from the west one. So they have to walk towards the west because western coast are a lot of this, what we call rock temple. They can get the support, the food, all these things. Rock temple, you know, India rock temple, cave temple.
Mm.
Along Bombay nowadays a lot, what you know, the Sanchi, then the don't know what I forgot a lot. Kali cave temple near Bombay there. Walk there, then toward the central India, then they walk to the east, then down to the South Tamil. That time South India Tamil the side. You in your mind you have India map or not? From Bombay, turn to the east. Then turn to the east is somewhere near Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu. That area, South India, is strong Theravada place. Because Asoka's time, a lot of Theravada spread to South India. So they got the support. Of course, they went to the side. From there, South India, only by boat, all this, they went to Sri Lanka. Quite near from South India tip to Sri Lanka. Very near.
Yeah.
So that's a historical part lah. And not the flew in the air and the other two grab all the they got no power. Then they landed in the Mihintale, you see.
Mm.
And the part is Mahavamsa says that. That's why people say Mahavamsa half historical, half mythology. You see. So you ignore a certain part, you see. But whether they are Arahant or not, we don't know, you see. You say the Arahant, the modern day, a lot of people also call Arahant. Right or not? Have you heard or not? So and so say, oh,
Yeah,
this
maybe
Thai monk
in
Arahant.
Thailand,
So don't Thai
there's
Arahant. Oh, we don't know, you see.
yeah. Okay.
They claim, but they don't openly, directly tell you. They'll go to the disciple. The disciple will
Yeah.
tell you,
Normally
okay.
the disciple would say
He won't say
that their teacher, they
Arahant.
are Arahants.
But
Yeah.
he cannot claim, tell people, big precept, I'm Arahant, this and that. The disciple, but how disciple know?
Yeah, that's the question.
Disciple cannot predict so, oh, Juliana Arahant, this and that, Arahant. You are disciple, you are below that, unless you also Arahant, you see? Correct or not? So whatever the disciple say, we don't know.
But the disciple, they can say, right? I mean, there's no rule that say they cannot say.
They can say, but the question is how he knows that the master is an Arahant. Unless a
If they are very close to their teacher.
But what teacher can tell him or not?
I think that they can tell the monk, isn't it? Well, I mean they can tell another person of their achievement, isn't it? But Sangha lah, Sangha.
But the disciple cannot first mention that so and so is an Arahant, the disciple is not Arahant. But the monk itself, he can declare, but whether the monk tell the disciple or not, that's a question.
Normally they don't. I think
normally they don't.
Normally the student just like based on their own opinion, probably.
Opinion also you cannot tell because you are not up to that level. You cannot simply say that this Arahant, Juliana Arahant, that Arahant, you know, correct or not? Unless you are Arahant.
Yeah.
That's why people say so and so Arahant. We just don't believe 100%. So any more question, Juliana?
No question, brother. Yeah.
No question.
So Visakha?
No question. So another thing is that Asoka edicts mention Dharma, not the doctrinal teaching. His Dharma means those day-to-day behavior, compassion, ahimsa,
Moral discipline.
moral discipline.
So more on sila, no? Sila.
Yes. What else? The rest all, yeah. Then important thing is that before the third council, he already sent an official to spread Dharma as far as to the.
But how come there's no
East.
mention of Sigalo Vada Sutta? That one is very important for the lay people.
I don't know.
Oh,
Is his recommendation. He liked that, he mentioned that. Right or not? You are not correct or not?
Right.
Lotus Sutta, I recommend Lotus Sutta.
Mm.
I want Xing Jing, I will recommend Xing Jing or something like that. Personal liking.
Depends on the head.
He like it, he recommend this.
Yes.
Nothing else. So we don't go into on the historical aspect of this. Where you can find this, where you can find that. This one's Brahmi script or Kharosthi script or Greek script. The one is more on the academic side of this. So that's why I very briefly talk about this. More on the edicts, the teaching side.
but you say the one that's very well preserved is a Lauria, is it? Can you go back to the map?
We try to
Lauria,
go Nandagam.
You have seen it or
No. Photograph and
photograph?
reading.
This is a pillar.
Yes. According to the reading, the people all say, scholars all say this is the most well preserved. With all the and the reading very perfect. I got a photo, but I never produce here. The best one. So far, I've seen the one is, the Lumbini, the Delhi,
the usual suspects.
and the Sangasia. That's all. Kausambi, yes. Kausambi I've seen, but many people never seen. Malaysian group, so far, nobody has gone to Kausambi yet.
Kosambi.
You know a story, the quarrelsome monk.
The quarrelsome monks of Kosambi.
Asoka pillar still there, except the head, the capital. The ruin, the site still there. So the jungle, the so-called the cave where Buddha spent the 10 vasa, I think, still there. 8 vasa or 10 vasa in the jungle to be served by the monkey and the elephant. The story. But also we visited.
Yeah.
Where the monkey served the honeycomb with maggot inside. He tried to pick up the story. The one was the place we went up, small hill, true or not, we don't know. Say the legend says that he was there. There was a cave. You should include in your itinerary all this. Now I cannot go, you see. Otherwise, we include all this. So this November, we have included Pawa Stupa. Now open to public this year. We should go.
Where is the stupa?
Pawa Stupa, near Kusinara.
Where?
Yes.
Near where?
Near Kusinara. Pawa, last
Kusinara.
meal.
Okay.
The iron smith offered a last meal to Buddha. After that, he was sick, correct or not? The Pawa.
The pig's delight. You mean the Buddha's
there they have a stupa there. Enshrined with the relic, Buddha's relic. So the 8 relics now, one in Saka tribe, 2 in Mala, 1 in Pawa, 1 in Kusinara. 3, Vaisali 1, Rajagaha 1, Ramagamaga 1. See? The rest cannot be traced. I think more or less 8 places. So, any more? Nothing else?
Okay.
Huh? Juliana got anything to say?
Nothing to say. Nothing much though.
Nothing much, huh?
Because we are not going into Asoka's life, but
Ah, oh, I see. So next time I write, include more lah, so I make it 2 hours.
your others slides are very long, except this one. This one is not that long.
Yeah, just nice. Half an hour for you to ask. The rest, no time to ask.
Yes. No time to even finish.
Yes. So, okay. If nothing else, then married, chanting.
Sister Visakha, can you please do the closing? You're muted.
Okay.
Sister Visakha, you're muted.
Can't hear.
Sister Visakha, can you hear us?
Sister Visakha, you are muted. Can you unmute?
Yeah, can you unmute?
Yes.
Okay.
Do the closing, Sister Visakha.
Oh, okay. Wait. Okay.